my name is Darian O'Neill, and today we'll be speaking to a few members from Marlboro County's DECA organization. They recently won both state and regional championships. And first up, we'll have Noah Jackson, who recently won first place in the state for public speaking. We'll get to hear his speech and learn a little bit about him. I hope you enjoy.
Good afternoon. Are you aware of the prevalence of juvenile diabetes in South Carolina? How many of you are aware that your eating habits can ultimately be detrimental to your health? My name is Noah Jackson, and today I'll be talking to you about the relationship between eating habits and diabetes. Diabetes is a group of metabolic diseases that cause high blood sugar over extended periods of time. Does anybody know the three main types of diabetes? Type 1. Type 2. There's one more. Gestational diabetes. Type 1, which is usually diagnosed in children and young adults. Then you have type 2 diabetes, which is on the rise in children because of the childhood obesity epidemic. And then you have gestational diabetes, which affects pregnant women with high blood glucose levels. Early warning signs for diabetes are increased thirst, eating more but losing weight, fatigue, frequent headaches, and blurry vision. According to the Center for Disease Control, we Americans are eating ourselves into a diabetes epidemic. And the key to slowing down diabetes in the future starts with America's children. Since almost every ad pertaining to food promotes junk food instead of healthy food, that will be an extremely difficult task. 70% of the foods advertised on television programs created for children are for fast foods and sweets. Children are targeted at a very early age. For example, Nickelodeon is the largest entertainment company for kids everywhere. It uses its characters to promote foods, whether it's in a kid's meal or on your favorite box of candy. 75% of the food ads on Nickelodeon are for fast foods and sweets. But despite the pressure Nickelodeon gets from advocates, they still resist adopting healthy food marketing standards. The total amount of money spent on unhealthy food marketing to children is $1.79 billion a year, compared to just $280 million spent on healthy food marketing standards. This continues into teenagers and young adults, and even adults, through the offering of low-price value meals at restaurants. Companies market food to children through television, the radio, the internet, magazines, toys, and product placement in movies or video games. Is anybody familiar with Hello Kitty? Hello Kitty, a very popular corporation for young girls, can be found on many different types of candies and junk food. The entertainment company, Sanrio Inc., uses Hello Kitty's image to sell products like cotton candy, Pez candies, and popsicles. The Institute of Medicine found that food advertising affects children's food choices, the types of food they crave, and most importantly, their health. South Carolina has the 10th highest obesity rate in the United States. Approximately 32% of humans in South Carolina are obese. If you compare this to the percentage of people who have diabetes, you notice a negative correlation. South Carolina is 7th in the United States when you compare the population to the percentage of people who have diabetes. 12% of the people in South Carolina have diabetes, and diabetes is the 7th leading cause of death in South Carolina. In 2013, 3 people died a day because of diabetes, and approximately 1 in 6 African Americans have diabetes. Although there are many challenges concerning diabetes, people with diabetes can still live long, healthy lives when their diabetes is properly managed. You can help fight diabetes by donating to the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, JDRF. JDRF is the #1 diabetes foundation funding type 1 diabetes research. JDRF works with a variety of partners and is the only organization with scientific resources, regulatory influence, and a working plan to better treat, prevent, and eventually cure type 1 diabetes. Even if you don't donate to the JDR Foundation, there are countless organizations and research facilities you can donate money towards to fight not just type 1, but type 2 and gestational diabetes. Diabetes is a growing problem in the United States. Let's join the fight to stop diabetes in its tracks. I believe that if we knew better, we'd do better. Education is powerful. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Hi, my name is Cameron Wiggins, and I'm here interviewing Noah Jackson. Will you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Um, my name is Noah Jackson. I'm 17 years old. I live in Wallace, South Carolina. Just a normal person doing just normal stuff with my life until I go to college.
What is DECA in your eyes?
DECA is like my second family, and not just the Marlboro County DECA, but once you get in DECA, like they teach you about networking and making relationships with other people. So just like the whole state and all, it's just like one big family to me.
Do you like being a DECA? Why not?
I love being in DECA because like it teaches you like about life, and like being in DECA like teaches you that it's important to have people in your life, whether you just met them or you knew them for a long time.
Do you plan on continuing DECA? If not, what are your future plans?
I wouldn't mind being in collegiate DECA, but I'm not really gonna be a business student. But I can still be in DECA even if I'm not a business student.
How did you get your position in DECA?
Just hard work, really. That's all you gotta do is just work hard. If you work hard, like the rest will come. Just just working hard.
Were you surprised that you got in DECA?
Not really, because there's not really a lot of people at our school to get in DECA, and I knew I was pretty smart anyway. So, yeah.
How was the competition to get in DECA?
It was all right. It wasn't really like, I kind of knew like the speech I had was good. So once I went there, I wasn't really expecting to win, but I knew I had a good shot at winning.
Were you nervous doing the speech?
I don't really get nervous anymore. I've done speeches before, so a speech where there's just like 2 people or 3 people there I wasn't really nervous.
How long did you practice the speech?
I practiced every day for like 2 months. It was really tough, but yeah, I got this trophy, so that's pretty cool.
What were some of the places you got the research from?
All over the internet, just basic knowledge I already had about diabetes, books, just anywhere you can get research or knowledge about diabetes from.
Aside from the DECA and stuff, what do you do for fun?
I like riding my dirt bike. I like riding my 4-wheeler. I like acting. I sing a lot. I'm just an all around guy. I kind of do a lot of stuff with my life. So, yeah.
Well, this has been an interview with Noah Jackson. Thank you, and have a great day.
I hope you enjoyed those words from Noah Jackson. As you can see, we have a lot of talent here at Marlboro County High. Now we'll hear from Darius Evans, who recently won first place at a regional and state competition for accounting. Take a listen.
Hello, my name is Darius Evans, and I'm the president of the Marlboro County chapter of DECA. Recently, I have won first place in the accounting application series in Charleston, South Carolina with DECA. DECA is something that I love, and I love accounting, and I worked hard at it, and I studied hard, and I did my best in the competition. The competition was hard, it was rigorous, but I was able to bring back a first place trophy to Marlboro County, and I'm proud about that, and I'm happy to say that I had that our whole DECA chapter, everybody placed in something, whatever they competed in, and we all did good, and we represented Marlboro County very well.
I'm Ty Cuevas Ingram, and I'm standing beside the regional and state winner of accounting, Darius Evans. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm the president of the Marlboro County chapter of DECA. I love DECA and I love accounting, and I just love doing my best in any subject matter that I do pursue and take part in.
What was the name of the competitive event you competed in?
My competitive event was a county application series, and it involves a test online and competing a role play in which we act as though we are certified public accountants and we are actually doing a job or a specific accounting task.
What place did you come in?
I earned first place at the state level.
During the competitive event, what was going through your mind?
Well, really, I was just trying to stay calm, make sure I used the correct accounting jargon, and made sure that I knew the exact situation that I was in. I made sure that we made the best accounting move forward.
How did you prepare for this event?
Well, I studied several materials, and I brought them with me to show you. I had two of these notebooks, the two biggest ones. They contain about 6 to 8 tests that I used so that I would know the correct accounting jargon and language to use during the interview, and on the test I would understand the quiz information and all that. And this was the one for role plays, and the role plays that I used, they really helped me with the interview process type thing, because it prepared me to know what kind of questions were going to come at me during the role play, and I was able to do good enough to get first place in it. So I'm glad that I had these study materials from my DECA advisor, Miss Margaret Littles.
Do you plan on continuing to compete?
I'm aging out for the high school DECA, but I do plan on doing collegiate DECA, and with collegiate DECA, I probably will do accounting.
Do you plan on pursuing an accounting or business-related major in college?
I do plan on majoring in accounting and becoming a certified public accountant with a master's degree.
What advice do you have for future DECA members?
I just want to tell them to make sure you get involved in it, because it's a great organization. It's an organization of marketing students, but it's more than marketing. Anybody can really do it in the business realm, and it helps you with your networking skills. It helps you make friends. It helps you just prepare for the business world, real life situations, and that always make sure you study hard and do your best.
How important education is, and do you have any advice for the people who don't take it serious?
Education is very important, because with education you know nothing, and specifically to DECA teaches you all about the business, and in the world there's nothing but business, because in the real world you're going to have to work for somebody, and if you don't have that knowledge about business, then you can't perform business and you can't make any money, and then you become a burden on society, and nobody wants to be a burden on society. You want to be able to help society get better, and as a high school student you should be eager to get inside of DECA, because DECA gives you the exact tools that you need to be successful in the business world, and that's why education is important. And to those that knock it, I just say that those are going to be the dregs of society, and that they're not going to make anything of themselves, because having a negative view of education, that makes no sense to even have a negative view, because education can not do anything but help you.
Have you decided on which college you plan on going to?
I plan on attending the College of Charleston and majoring in accounting, as I said.
Thank you for this interview.
All right, thank you for your time.
I'm Darian O'Neill, and we just spoke to two members who won awards in their respective fields for the DECA organization. I hope they've inspired you to become interested in the DECA organization and to further pursue your own education. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Jaheim Prince, and I'm here with Ms. Littles, the head advisor of DECA. I'm going to ask her a couple of questions. Ms. Littles, can you tell us what DECA is all about?
Yes, DECA is an organization of marketing and business students who are striving to become leaders in the business community. We enjoy having students who are interested in DECA. It doesn't have to be just marketing, but you can be, as long as you're in a business subject, entrepreneurship, accounting, law, anything that relates to business, then that person can be a member in the DECA organization.
Can you tell us how long have you been with DECA in Marlboro County?
Yes, I've been with DECA for 29 years.
How many awards have Marlboro County won in DECA?
Wow. I'm just going to go ahead and say about 50 or 55. We win every year. And sometimes we win 3, sometimes we win 2, sometimes we win 6. It all depends. We have so many awards.
How do you get your students prepared for their competitions?
First of all, I guess this might sound a little bit, but I am very select about who joins DECA. You got to be serious about DECA. You got to be serious about studying. And we study. We have to put in a lot. If they can't practice for public speaking, then they don't do public speaking. You have to practice. You have to put time in. You can only get something out when you put something in. If you aim at nothing, you hit nothing. We don't intend to hit nothing. We intend to win.
What can you do to get the students involved in DECA?
Students need to first get involved in their regular classroom studies. And I think if they would get involved in their classroom studies, they would see the importance of the connection between the student organizations that are educational, because our organizations, FBLA, DECA, FCCLA, the Future Farmers Organization, all those things are coexistent with education. It's not extracurricular, it's work. We work hard, but we play hard. But you gotta work. It's all about working.
Any final words to the students?
I think everybody should want to strive to be a success. All right, set goals. Set goals that you can attain and go for it.
Thank you, Ms. Littles, for this interview.